2023. Mother Gaia, third dimensional planet, ascending. Thank you from the Sacred Light Broadcast Network and Sacred Light Productions for tapping in and tuning in to all live and replay content, holistic, conscious, for your empowerment. Tap in to the Christ light within. Please like, share, and subscribe. And remember that you are the one that you have been looking for. Enjoy this content. If you would like to collaborate or receive production through myself, Marcus Christolight, direct message or email me at marcustut23@gmail.com to discuss details. Wholeness and balanced love. Ashe. Grand day, everybody. Welcome to a live episode or a live preview, you can say, to the October 17th to 19th Peruvian Shamanic Healing Retreat coming up here in Ohio. Now, this is going to be a one-of-a-kind event that we will honestly probably not be having again in this kind of fashion. We have many different aspects of culture, different race, backgrounds, ages, all coming together to share sacred communion. We have Peruvian shaman from Peru in the Andes Mountains, Don Eduardo. We have his understudies and his team joining him. Along with that, his wife will be with us as well. And he'll be providing, serving, and guiding us through multiple different Peruvian shamanic healing ways. Along with that, we will also be having wonderful divine sisters that will be providing sacred holistic workshops, as well as one-on-one healing sessions and herbal products that will be available as well. Then moving on from that, we also have grandmother Catie SingingEagle, a wonderful Cherokee elder who will be making home-cooked meals, vegetarian, vegan, and wonderfully vibrant for our souls. And then we will also be adding cacao ceremonies, many different practices like Kundalini yoga, psychedelic breathwork, sound healing, laughter yoga, and more. This will be nice and secluded in our own private land, camping over the weekend, and this will be by the river as well, so you can connect with the river as well as the trees. And to top it all off, we will be having live music. So we'll have 6 different sets of live music going on. Some of those artists: Shay Brown, Amber Echo, Evan Sturgeon, Laura the Prophet, Emerald Alliance, and our wonderful brother that's going to be joining us today on this live, Illuminati Congo. And Illuminati Congo, who will be joining me here in just a brief moment, he not only is going to be joining us to be sharing his music medicine, but he will also be providing and holding a workshop on Saturday the 18th at 3:33 p.m. Eastern, and that will be psychedelic breathwork. So with that being said, I'm going to go ahead and bring on our brother Congo and allow him to share a little bit about himself and what he's going to be divinely serving at the retreat, and also what he has available for you guys to be a part of in your everyday life for your well-being. Welcome on, brother. Good to see you. Oh, you're on mute. There we go.
Howdy. Happy evening to you and to all. It's good to be here, man. Yes.
Glad to have you.
Yeah, we're gonna have a shamanic experience in Ohio, and I'm looking forward to it. You know, the breath work that I share is is a similar uh, is a similar experience to doing plant medicine or to communing with our plant and fungi brothers and sisters who have wisdom for us. Often, it seems to me as if when I've used or had the help of sitting with those allies of the plants and fungal kingdom, that they've just been teaching me to breathe more, or to breathe more into this part of me, or to breathe more slow, deeper, more aware. So it's usually the breath that where I end up on any type of journey. So what I love to share is how to use the breath for integration, for all things in life, for whatever comes up, because it's the first thing we do in life. You know, when we're born, we come out and then we take a breath. And so there's probably information that can be stored and recorded in our breath, considering it's one of the first things we do, and that it's our life force. So there's a lot to be learned from how we're breathing. It may be one of the best divinatory tools, where just through breathing we can understand where our mind and where our body is at the time. So yeah, I'm going to share things of that nature. Breath has been found to alkalize the body. You know, it's a trip. People take a bunch of drinks and food and do a bunch to stay alkaline, but the breath itself can alkalize us, and that's what we're doing all the time. So that ought to be the first thing we go to to stay alkaline, is the breath. The breath is said to eliminate 70% of waste from the body. So we're actually able to learn how to breathe in ways that support the elimination of this waste. And DMT is found in the breath. I didn't make this up. The people who research DMT and do the dirty work in the laboratories, they the ones who found this. They found that the lungs produce the most DMT out of all of the body. Most people usually think it's the pineal gland, and I could see why, because that's where we'll see or like experience through vision most of the experience of DMT. But you know, there's bodily sensations of DMT more beyond just what we see. And through the breath work, you begin to feel a lot of those. And if you keep doing the breath work for an extended period of time, you'll actually have an experience very similar to a full-blown DMT experience. So it's the potential in it is quite amazing, and it sneaks up on you, or at least it sneaks up on me. Yeah, so that's what I'll be sharing. We're gonna get psychedelic with the breath. We're gonna get high with the breath. You probably get high within the first 2 minutes of breathing. but it's not going to be one of them highs where you're like, dang, I don't know what to do. You could just, because you could sort of snap out of it. That's what's dope about it too. It's like, get high when you want to, bring it back to the baseline of reality when you need to. And, I love it.
Yeah, thank you for sharing all that. The breath has always been a staple throughout my practices of my life. Like, even when I'm not even aware that the breath was a staple in my practices, it still was a staple anyway. What I mean by that is, I've been doing guided meditations with people for 10 plus years now. And doing those guided meditations, I had always guided people to make sure they were focusing on their breath and their breath pattern going into the meditation. And then once going into the guided part of the meditation, then allowing them to be able to just focus on the breath while I do the guiding and the channeling of energy. So then the deeper they're going, because of the breath, they're able to just release, let go, allow the homeostasis to take over more. And what I love is that, people, and some people don't really know if it's like okay at first, to kind of like, what they say is fall asleep, but really it's kind of more of like getting into that astral state and allow your body to be in homeostasis a little bit more, to my perception. Mm-hmm. And man, getting them into that state, helping them get to that state, it's one of the best feelings. And helping people also feel that comfort and that knowing that, yeah, it is a natural feeling, and it is also a productive feeling for yourself as well. Because people came to me worried, like, oh, like I drift off, I fall asleep during the meditation, like is that something bad? And I always try to redirect people into seeing that it's a natural thing.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, there's times for it, for sure. When we do the breath work, we usually encourage people not to go to sleep because then you're sort of wasting your breathing time. We like go to sleep after after the breath work. But it happens a lot. It happens with me a lot when I attempt to breathe for a whole hour in a connected state with no pauses. There's usually a point where I'm like, I might fall out, get a little sleepy or unconscious, and I have to keep bringing myself back into my body. It's a very embodied practice. Like, even if we were to be doing astral work with the practice, we would be doing it all inside of us, where like the whole astral world that's out there is really in here. So we would go inside of the astral world by just entering our own body instead of disembodying ourselves to go to the astral. And you could do both. You can.
Yep. That was well said. Thank you for explaining it that way for everybody.
Yeah.
So let's talk a little bit about the retreat and what it's going to be like for people coming out. And I know you're going to be doing the breath work and also a live set. So I just wanted to kind of give everybody a little outline and general basis of, what all there's going to be at this retreat, what kind of wonderful energy we're going to be cultivating together intentionally, and where this is at for everybody. So this Peruvian retreat space where we have different cultures coming together. And with these cultures coming together, we have the awareness that we're intentionally bringing ancestral healing to all of our families and all of our lineages together. And with that, we're also cultivating together beautiful age groups from the children to the middle age to the elders. And we'll all be exchanging together in our gifts and in our divine beauty.
Children,
and we have, yes, children are definitely welcomed, because I know there's a lot of folks out there that want to be a part of these kind of things, but they just don't know if they can bring their kid and if it's okay to bring their kid. And I want to let you know that the spaces I host, these retreats that I cultivate, they have the core intention to be family oriented. So I also do not promote alcohol to be a part of these retreat spaces. Alcohol is something for myself that personally, I just don't find the energy. I don't find the usage of it a kind of productive energy for the retreat spaces and our intentions. So with that, I keep it away from that. I really just go for 420 friendly and maybe a little bit of light, microdosing of sorts. Other than that, I try to stay away from everything else. I've had my journey, a little bit about myself for all of you that aren't aware of my journey yet. I had a period in my life around, let's say 13 to 15, 2013 to 15, that is, where I was going to a lot of festivals. I was selling a lot of substances. I was doing coke, molly, ketamine, drinking, all these different things at the time. And this was my early adulthood. So I was diving into all this. I was also selling these substances as well. And I was just living a very, very unbalanced life. So as time went on, I started learning about meditation. I learned about the chakras. I learned about breath work. I learned about shamanic healing, Reiki as well, around 2015. And then as I started practicing these holistic practices more, I started seeing the differences in myself when it came to the way I managed my anger, the way I would not be as impulsive, the way that I would be more conscious before I acted upon using something outside myself. And as time went on, I saw subtle changes, but I started learning that I had to do shadow work as well. I had to really reprogram my patterns through my actions. And I had my ups and downs, that's for sure. But long story short is I learned about my Lyran lineage as well in 2015 through a Reiki session. I connected to my dad's uncle through automatic writing in 2015 as well. And then I went to prison for a year in 2017 due to being set up by undercover. And while I was in prison, I ended up teaching about 8 other inmates meditation, breath work, and balancing the chakras. And after that, that was when I basically changed the course of what I was doing in my life. I went from getting high all the time, getting drunk, partying, selling different substances, to now today only doing a little bit of 420 when I feel, and then microdosing a little bit, and just plant medicines whenever I feel called. And that's honestly, maybe once a year, once every 2 years at this point. For me, it's just building my own chi and knowing how to use that chi to really just navigate through life. And with that, I just want to continue to be an example. I want to be an embodiment for others, that you can go from the places I've been to the place I am now in your embodiment, and we can all co-create who we are by our actions with our mind, body, spirit. And that's what I'm here to do, is just help people remember that, and not become that, but literally just remember it. Remember that is who you are. Like, you are the mind, body, emotion complex, and you're able to do something with it. So that's a little bit about myself, why I serve what I serve. I do Reiki sessions with people. I also provide Akashic record, soul origin meditations if you want to connect to your star lineage. I also do many other different things like shadow work, inner child healing, subconscious reprogramming, and things of that nature. I produce podcasts and things of that nature too, to help spread the knowledge, help us be able to broadcast our stories, and to bridge those connections worldwide. So with that being said, that's a little bit about myself. I am the host of the retreat. So if you guys ever have any questions about how to attend the retreat, what the pricings are, how you can come out, and what you can be a part of,
Or for
just reach out to me.
For future ones, because he has a lot of events going on almost monthly or more. That, so if you can't make this one, you know what I'm saying, you know, you're gonna be in the area of Ohio. Sometimes you be outside of Ohio too, though, with events, right?
Yeah, so I've been doing my events for about a year, and with my events, I've done events in Ohio, I've done events in neighboring states as well, and then I've also traveled to other states in the country for festivals and other things of that nature to do workshops and teachings. But my retreats that I have coming up, they are going to be in Ohio for the rest of this year. I do have a retreat probably on 11/11 outside of this one, and then I'll probably have a retreat on New Year's. Well, actually, I am for sure on New Year's. And then Costa Rica in May. So we're going to be hitting up Costa Rica, and then we're going to be continuing to keep on going after that.
Yeah. So stay in tune. It's not just this event. These are the type of things that that I love to be at, because it's where people get a chance to actually get to know one another, and not in an overwhelm. It's not sensory overload. Even though there's performances and things of that nature, people still going to be able to talk and be free to do their own thing. It's like a family type of event. So I ain't been to your events yet, but I already know how it shows up for sure, because I've seen some of the footage and the response from your past events, and just from us hanging together at the Sheila Jam.
Yeah, man, Sheila Jam was a good one. That was like a soul family reunion, I swear.
Yeah.
It's getting a little glitchy over here. But yeah, like Congo is kind of touching on with the retreat spaces. You know, the intentions are really to, number one, be able to bring the family orientation to more of these transformative spaces that we create. And part of that too is all of the meals are group meals that are provided. So the lunches and dinners, those are home cooked by the Cherokee grandmother, Catie SingingEagle. And then those meals we eat together sitting at picnic tables in the shelter area. And so that we can really sit down and share heart to heart, you know, eye to eye, like a soul family with each other, eating food together. And then another part of the intentions of the scheduling, it is outlined to really be balanced and weave a little bit of everything for everybody. And I intentionally think about the artists, I think about the practitioners, I think about the guests, and I think about us as humans together. And the way I've done it is, I want this to be able to be a part of things that can help them feel like they're healing. And then I want practitioners to be able to as well as the guests all together.
Mm-hmm.
So when you come out to these retreats, basically the outline is going to be looking something like having a early rising practice. That could be a yoga. It could be a breath work. We also have laughter yoga going on as well. And then after that, we do a group brunch or lunch together. And then after that, we then have another workshop, or we go into a free space. The free space is designed for people to be able to authentically flow and express how they feel with what's available in the space. So that is going back to your own space, having downtime and processing. Maybe you're going to journal and reflect. It could be going over to the water and chilling at the water. It could be going over and just having conversation, checking out what kind of booths some of the practitioners have set up, what kind of products you can have, what kind of one-on-one healing sessions you can book with them, things of that nature during the free space. And during the free space as well, that's when we'll have live music. So then during the free space, there'll be live music, and you'll be able to adventure and be a part of all the things available for you. Depending on how much people want to really dig into that warrior energy, we'll probably have an ice bath out there. So I mean, if anybody wants to hop in the ice bath and get a little bit of the chill going on, the ice bath will be available as well, probably. So then outside of that, we just weave the music during the free spaces, and then we have workshops in between, and then the meals are integrated in between as well. And then nothing overlaps, so you don't have to feel like you're going to miss out on a breathwork session because you're over there at another workshop or listening to music. Everybody will have their space to shine. Everybody will be able to share their gift and clarity, and will be able to connect and experience it all together as a group. So that's just like a general outline of what kind of days we'll be flowing with during this retreat in October. And also too, there is the opportunity to be able to have a plant journey with the Peruvian shaman as well. So that is something that you can reach out to me about. We can go more in depth with that. But there is that to take a Peruvian traditional medicine journey here in Ohio. Opportunity. It doesn't happen all the time. So if you guys have questions, just let me know.
Come on.
So yeah, for those of you that are just joining, Congo, he will be doing his psychedelic breath work. That will be at 3:33 p.m. Eastern on October the 18th, Saturday, at this Peruvian Shamanic Healing Retreat. And then he will also be performing his live music as well at 7 p.m. Eastern on the same day, the 18th of October, during this wonderful retreat that we're having. Are you able to see Instagram? I was going to say, you got some people definitely reaching out.
Yeah.
And someone said, when is your next breath work?
Next breath work online will, I'm not sure. I mean, I have my group that I'm teaching. It's not this Saturday, but it's the next Saturday during the day. But then I have, I don't know when I have a general public online breathwork thing going on. But probably soon again. We'll put an advertisement out for one soon. Or you could just hit me up, do the one-on-one. That's always available. Yeah, breath
You
is
guys
easy.
stay in tune.
God made it
Yeah,
easy.
he said last time.
What'd you say?
Mm-hmm. Oh, it's lagging. It's so funny. He said last time he sat with you in Long Beach. Luigi?
Okay, I don't know. I know I've done a lot of breath work in Long Beach with my people out there, with the community healing people.
Beautiful.
Baby wanted to get on camera for a moment.
Oh, look at it. All right, you gotta tell us about the kiddo.
Little baby, she just got here about 12 months ago. Came to the planet.
Aww.
Now she's kicking it here. She loves to dance, loves to smile. She got honeybee energy and turtle energy. And she got the grace and the joy of the Lord that she shows us every day.
Oh, man. So beautiful. What's her name?
Yahanaku.
Yahadaku.
Yahanaku.
What does that stand for?
It's the grace of God, the grace of the God moving with us.
Yes.
That's right.
Moving with the grace. Thank you.
Yeah.
So, I guess I didn't finish sharing what I was going to be bringing to the retreat. So yeah, while I'm at the retreat, and if you guys do come out, I will have available one-on-one healing sessions for you. So you guys will be able to do Reiki sessions with me. I like to use the crystals on the chakras. I bring in the sound healing tools as well, such as the singing bowls, the handpan, the chimes, the drum, all that good stuff. So then I also can do a Akashic record, soul origin meditation with you as well. We can also sit down and do kind of like a inner child healing or shadow work session as well. And then we can also do custom meditations. And the custom meditations, you get to really choose, the kind of focus, the kind of guides or archetypes you connect with. And then I customize that through the meditation for you. So I'll have that available during the one-on-one space time. And then I'll also on Sunday, the 19th, be doing a Ascended Masters activation. And what that is just going to be a general education on what Ascended Master rays of light are and how we can consciously connect with these rays of light and remember and utilize them from within our own consciousness as being part of the Law of One. So that will be Sunday the 19th, and that will be the third day of the retreat. So I want to ask you before we hop off here, what is one of the main things that really stood out to you in your journey that created the marriage for you to take breath work into a deeper passion of service for others?
I'm just seeing it as the thing that we do whenever we're doing anything else, that it's always there. And when you think about something that's always there, when I think about God being always there, that's comforting. And the Holy Spirit is known as the comforter. So in some type of way, I feel God comforting us with the breath, knowing that what comes, goes. We bring it, we let it go. It's the idea that the breath is life. It's the breath of life and the Holy Spirit, that it's actually an experience, a biological experience of God. Like, of all the things that we can experience physically and biologically, anatomically, it's the most, it's physical. It is happening in the physical world, but it's also spirit. It's also happening in spirit, because it's the very thing that's keeping us alive. So there's something else there with it. And those things, but then if you get rid of all of those words, all the stuff I just said, and then just go sit with the stream, you go sit with the river, sit with the dog and watch him breathe, you'll see the same wisdom being communicated with no words. It's the prayer that we all can share when you say, hey, I don't like the words. I don't like the belief systems. I don't like any of the goofy stuff that gets in the way. Okay, cool. Let's just breathe. Let's just breathe. So it seemed to me like you can have lofty and wonderful thoughts about it, or you can just do it. Either way, the breath is that G. The breath is the homie that that everybody relies on, and it feels good. You know what I mean? It actually feels wonderful to just do. Who made that feel good? Who made just the ability to breathe in and let it go feel good? Like, whoever that is, that make me happy. Not just the breath, but thinking about who made a breath able to feel good. Those two things is like, oh, dang, breath feels good. I'm happy. But then I get a double gratitude when I think, dang, somebody actually made it so every moment to be alive, we can do a thing that has the potential for bliss. That's pretty cool.
Yeah, that's such beautiful words, man. And you know, me and my partner, we were just at the conservatory today, and man, I was pointing out, because I was taking really deep breaths, and we were just surrounded and submerged in plants and just beautiful botanical garden energy, and I could feel the weight of all of the oxygen coming off of the plants, adding to the breath that I was breathing in. And literally the way that it was uplifting my mental frequency was just so beautiful. And I had a deep gratitude for that today. Just being able to breathe forestry and plant life and that oxygen that they give off.
Because they're the breathing guides, the nature. Like, I'm going to share stuff, but everything I'm sharing is what nature taught me. It's not, I didn't make any of this stuff up. God did, and nature preserved it through the years and has taught it to us. And, you know, we just going to do our best to translate it with these words. Yes. So it was good to share words, you know, Christolight. Maybe next time we build, we'll get into a crystal and Christos meditation. We'll do some expounding on that. We'll do a special program. Me and you do a special crystal in Christ program a little later down the road.
Oh, bro, I would be honored. We can bring a mix and match of guided meditation, breath work, a little bit of knowledge education mixed in. There's a lot of beautiful things we can do. So I'm definitely open.
Yes. So thank you, man. I look forward to seeing you. And maybe the little one will be out there with us. We'll see. Like I said, depending on forecast closer to the time.
It'd be awesome, man.
You want to wave? You want to say bye-bye? You want to say bye-bye?
Aw. Bye-bye. All right, Congo, man. Thank you for bringing yourself, the kiddo, and the spirit with us today. I look forward to connecting again, and I look forward to seeing you in October, man. For everybody else out there, you guys can go ahead and tap in with me at the link in the description down below, as well as in the ticker. And also you can go to illuminaticongo.org to tap in with Congo. And you can also visit his Breathwork website as well. The Breathwork School, or the breathcoachschool.com. So the breathcoachschool.com is where you can tap in with his breathwork. And then, of course, you guys can find him on YouTube and every platform as well for his music at Illuminati Congo. With that being said, wholeness and balanced love.
Appreciate
Telepathic communications like a satellite through my blue double terminated appetite, cleansing emotions and heart's devotion with the malachite, electrify, magnetize with the magnetite, off the chain, renew my brain, magnesite, energize the blood, protect the aura with the hematite, talk to angels with the phenakite and pedalite, petrified wood could take us to the highest heights, balance all chakras with the blue kyanite, explosive kind of light, we blew the dynamite, I annihilate beings like selenite, crown chakra, third eye sight with tanzanite, Minnesota pipestone, chief pastor pipe, at peace, we communicate easy with azurite, smoking THC crystals, get stoned on edibles, collecting all types of gemstones and minerals, green is all I need, aventurine, jade and emerald, shungite water is a medical miracle, full of rings, renew my body like Wolverine, pink and green, tourmaline, keep my heart pure and clean, aquamarine opens the stream between me and the supreme, laughing truly, lapis lazuli protects and intervenes, green spodamine, brings me to my inner being, citrine stimulates solar chakra number 3, serpent she ride 33 like serpentine, smoky quartz, one with the forces of darkness, red and purple kundalini, I'm eating through garnet, got a fist full of stones like infinity gauntlet, amethyst balances polarity, consciousness uplifts and assists, all accomplishments, the many uses of quartz are astonishing, shamanic tools, watches, computer technologies, get light, take tight and motivate our alien, earth gives her love and blood through carnelian, crystal children, rainbow, indigo, obsidian, crystalline geometry, origin Sirius, lithium, formula, in lepidolite, not polarized thinking who's wrong and who's right, I boost acceptance and protection with the pink kunzite, coordinate left and right hemispheres with the sugar light, show you right, stabilize emotions with the soda light, no more lack, our heart attracts with the rhodonite, full spectrum, labradorite, spectralite, decalcified pineal site, purple fluorite, we superconductors like a lightning strike on Ben Franklin's kite, with the Franklinite, the highlight, giving praise and thanks day and night, I'll light, how I like, let's get it popping like a popholite, and get it cracking like a geo with it inside hollow, geometries, monoclinic, cubic trigonal, amorphous, or tetragonal, orthorhombic and hexagonal, Shiva Lingam, Cinnabar, opal, coral, jasper, amber, open the portal that we resurrect out the carbon tombstone and transform to diamond or moonstone, dipped in silver and gold like a young pharaoh, bloodstone, agates, sapphires, beryls, tiger's eye, hawk's eye, bull's eye, sulfur, pyrites and copper sitting proper on my altar,